Once upon a time, four friends, Liam, Sarah, Jake, and Mia, decided to embark on an adventure that they had long dreamed of, a trek through the dense and mysterious Emerald Jungle. Known for its breathtaking beauty and rich biodiversity, the jungle was a place of wonder but also of danger. The friends were excited, armed with backpacks filled with supplies, a map, and an unbreakable bond of friendship. They had spent countless evenings planning this trip, poring over maps and sharing stories of explorers who had ventured into the wild. As they entered the jungle, the vibrant sounds of nature enveloped them. Birds chirped melodiously, and the rustling leaves whispered secrets of the wild. The sunlight filtered through the thick canopy, casting dappled shadows on the forest floor. They trekked deeper, marveling at the towering trees and exotic plants, each step filled with anticipation and wonder. After a few hours of hiking, they stumbled upon a hidden waterfall cascading down rocks, creating a shimmering pool below. The friends laughed and splashed in the cool water, feeling the weight of the world lift off their shoulders. They snapped photos, capturing moments of joy and camaraderie. However, as night began to fall, the atmosphere shifted. The jungle became eerily quiet, and shadows danced between the trees. While setting up camp for the night, the friends decided to explore a nearby clearing. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and blooming flowers. Suddenly, a rustle in the bushes caught their attention. Before they could react, a ferocious jaguar leaped out, its eyes glinting in the fading light. Panic ensued as the friends scattered, adrenaline coursing through their veins. In the chaos, Jake stumbled and fell, and the jaguar pounced on him. Despite their desperate attempts to save him, the jaguar was too quick and powerful. The friends could only watch in horror as their dear friend was taken from them in a matter of moments. The jungle, once a place of beauty, now felt like a dark, unforgiving wilderness. Overwhelmed with grief, they knew they had to stay strong for Jake's memory and find a way to survive and return home. Realizing they were deep in the jungle with no immediate way out, the remaining three friends quickly gathered their wits. They needed a plan to ensure their survival. They took a moment to breathe and process their loss. They knew that panicking would only lead to more danger. They decided to set up a more secure camp away from the jaguar's territory, choosing a spot near a river for fresh water and food sources. The sound of flowing water provided a soothing backdrop as they worked together to gather branches and leaves, constructing a large SOS sign on the ground, hoping that aerial rescue teams might spot it. Sarah and Mia foraged for edible fruits and nuts, while Liam focused on building a fire for warmth and protection. They knew that fire would keep predators at bay and provide a sense of safety. As the flames flickered to life, they gathered around, sharing stories of Jake, laughing through their tears as they remembered his adventurous spirit and infectious laughter. As the days passed, the friends faced numerous challenges. They encountered snakes slithering through the underbrush, insects buzzing around their heads, and the ever-present threat of wild animals lurking in the shadows. Each night, they took turns keeping watch, their hearts heavy with the weight of their loss. They created makeshift weapons from sticks and stones for protection, determined to defend themselves against any threats. The jungle tested their limits. They battled fatigue, hunger, and fear, but they leaned on each other for support. They navigated the terrain using the sun and stars, marking their path with stones and sticks to avoid getting lost. They remembered Jake's adventurous spirit and drew strength from his memory, vowing to honor him by surviving this ordeal. After 3 long days, just as hope began to wane, they heard the distant sound of a helicopter. The noise grew louder, stirring a mix of excitement and anxiety within them. They quickly ignited a signal fire, sending up a plume of smoke into the sky. The helicopter spotted their SOS sign and swooped down, the whirring blades creating a gust of wind that rustled the leaves around them. The rescue team lowered a rope ladder, and one by one they climbed aboard, tears of relief streaming down their faces. As they ascended into the safety of the helicopter, they looked back at the jungle that had both terrified and tested them. They were finally free, but the memory of Jake would forever remain etched in their hearts.